How many drinks would it take you to get with Steve?
Oh, this.
If you want to go with the song,
I'm gonna go with that.
Okay.
It's gonna be and it has to be the end. That's perfect.
What? How many?
Yes. Because when you get back, you be just on your phone, just like, yeah.
Okay.
How many drinks? That's the vibe. That's the vibe you be on.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You already know what time it is. You know what we doing. You know who we are. It's your boy Rue. I'm with my lovely and beautiful co-host Cam Juice, and we're bringing back to you Keep It a Buck episode.
I think it's episode. It is 7.
It's 8 or 7.
Yeah, it's 7.
It is 7. Jesus, we're catching our stride. I like to say. You know, I was looking at by the time you guys will see this, we just released the ownership episode this week, and I'm not gonna lie. I think personally,
that's my favorite.
You know, it has to be.
It improves every time, but that's the one. I texted Steve. I was like, I think this is the episode where I was like, we killed it. We bodied this episode. Like it was for sure the best thing we've done.
It's nice to see that, you know, as this has gone on, we've been able to just do what we do naturally. I think it's something that over time, obviously, as we get into the flow of things and we're really able to enjoy it for what it is, it just becomes easier. You know, I mean, it's not something we have to necessarily. I don't want to say put too much thought into, because we do, but at the same time, you know, you're really just allowed to have an open space for communication and kind of just give your honest outtake on things. So that's all it is. This is real life. It's raw. It is what it is. You know, we're going to present ourselves as who we are and really nothing more, nothing less. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to nobody. I mean, the podcast name is Keep It a Buck. So why would I sit here and tell you some fables or fantasies? You know what I'm saying? So all that being said, I hope everybody has had a good week this week. Obviously, you're checking in with us on a Wednesday, so you know, keep your head up, keep working through your week, man. We're just here to make things shake and make things break. Cam,
talk to me.
Today's intro song comes courtesy of an album that I actually released today.
So you're paying dividends. You're showing homage.
Absolutely. This song particularly would also sound good in the context of our topic we have as well, but. Shenanigans aside, I mean, this is a phenomenal artist. He just dropped his 3rd album today, coming out of Atlanta. JID signed under the Dreamville. Shout out my boy Jermaine Cole, because I mean, it takes talent to find talent, and both of those gentlemen are in a weight class of their own. I think this album, to my listening so far, has established itself as a heavyweight contender, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. This album was thorough. This album was thorough, and this song came out as a the single for the album, or as one of them. So it's kind of cool to see the fact, you know, the album's phenomenal, but with everything going on, bro, I had to put on.
I get it. I
had to put on, bro,
wholeheartedly.
So
yeah. Without further ado,
we're bringing you Surround Sound by Jid off of the Never Story. What I will say is, God, I love music, number one. But number two, this album was a great listen. I'm still getting into it, but off my first couple ones, again, bro, I'm thinking JID, that boy J got something going on here, man. He definitely has something cooking. So I wasn't honestly on the wave a while back. I didn't really know too much about him when he dropped. I think it was the Forever Story, and that was his debut. But over time, like his verses, his melody, his rhyme scheme, everything is set when he is really out here rapping. And I think he's underappreciated. So I hope this album is a collective wake-up call to throw him into the mainstream consensus a lot more than the respect he's been getting due. So JID, thank you for another great body of work, sir. Out here just doing the game dirty, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Shout out also, you know, Khaled released his album, God Did. How are you feeling about that? I know you listen to it a lot more. I want to hear it in its full entirety, so I haven't been able to sit down and digest it yet between listening to Jid and listening to the pod that just dropped today between you guys and Lonnie, which was phenomenal. I haven't really got to listen to God Did, bro. So what What do you think, man? What are the songs you've been hearing? What's piqued your interest on it? What do we got?
Yeah, honestly, it's a DJ Khaled album, so you're gonna get, the club bangers, you're gonna get good songs, you're gonna get radio hits, you're gonna get anthems, at least from every Khaled album. The kind of caliber DJ slash producer he is, and then him being as famous and popular as he is, and respected in the rap game and industry.
God did.
You know what I mean? Like he has everyone on the album. Everybody that you listen to, right now in current time is probably gonna be on the album, probably aside from Bad Bunny. I feel like if he would have had a Bad Bunny joint,
soon.
It's
coming soon, bro. It has to be. It's DJ. It has to be. That song single-handedly will probably shut down our planet.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
It's gonna go crazy. It's gonna have that production and then.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Nah, bro. Nah, I thought when Drake and Bad Bunny did their song that boy had that zest on it, right? But you put a DJ Khaled back production on a Bad Bunny song, you might as well just shut down all of the United States, all of Puerto Rico, just call it a day, give us a federal holiday, let people enjoy it properly in the right settings, and that song will probably be the biggest charting song of all time in history. So
yeah, but I mean, there's a few songs on there I really like, and it's also got a lot of garbage on there, a lot of stuff is like, oh, it's two artists. You think it's gonna be good, but when you hear it, it seemed like one of those like, oh, I'm gonna send him a beat, he's gonna send me this verse back. Like it wasn't authentic, done in the studio, like completely in house. So you can kind of tell some of those songs.
People sending in verses.
Yeah, you can just tell it was like, oh, like I have this beat, I can get whoever on it, and I know it's gonna get listened to because whoever is on it.
Yeah, because it's on the album. It's Khaled. Yeah, okay, I feel
exactly.
that. I mean, Khaled's albums have always been, I feel like, not always like that.
I feel like most of them are just like, it's gonna have some really good songs. It's gonna have some good songs. It's gonna have some okay, and it's gonna have a lot of like.
Do you feel with DJ Khaled specifically, his earlier work or his latter work has been better? Because if you look at it, he has consistently produced.
He's progressed. He's progressed. What's that? The album with Wild Thoughts and all that. That's probably. That's his best album in my opinion.
That was the one where he was sitting on the
chair.
It
has the J. Cole song.
J. Cole's interlude.
That to me is his best. There are some gas on there.
He had Tourist on that one too. Yeah, Lil Wayne and Travis Scott. But I feel like that's one of the songs you were talking about where he kind of just. I like Travis Scott's verse on there and the hook, but Wayne's verse was kind of like. It didn't feel like it belonged. Yeah. But I get what you're saying. It's tough because we grew up with DJ Khaled. Like genuinely, you think about it, suffering from success and. He had songs like No New Friends was a Khaled song. We Taking Over. Yeah, that was all Khaled. And so it's tough because we grew up with him. All I do is win, win, win. No, you know what I'm saying, bro? So it's tough because as time has gone on, we've gotten older. Don't get me wrong. Like, he still puts out bangers and phenomenal songs and I think great bodies of work. But I don't know, maybe, to your point, we don't listen to every song from Suffering from Success. We don't listen to every song from... Assad's dad or the one that I don't know. I think his best one today may have been the one you were talking about though, with him sitting in that chair.
That is the best one to me.
Jermaine's interlude and all that. Yeah,
there's too much on it, bro. Yeah, like that's when I think about DJ Khaled. That's low key where my memory goes.
Oh, I'm the One is on that one too. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, a lot of stuff is on there. Yeah. Like if you go running it back, you're like, damn. There's a lot of good songs on there.
It's just crazy because even in the 2000s, like I said, bro, he's putting out some crazy stuff. So it's.
Yeah, but he just had the one song like Aston Martin music. Like he had
Aston Martin wasn't his. Aston Martin was Rick Ross's.
He didn't produce that?
No, because that was on Rick Ross's album. Okay. That was on I think that was on no, that was on Teflon Don.
Yeah.
That was on Teflon Don.
Okay.
So
but he's gonna have them DJ Khaled songs that are fire, but like for a body of work, that to me is his best. Like Wild Thoughts. I mean
that album for sure.
Yeah, it just from like the most replayability, I think that's the best one.
I give it to you. I think that one definitely has held its weight over the test of time. So I'm excited to kind of dive into God Did. I hope God did a lot with this album, but we're just we're gonna see. So I'm excited. Aside from that, music-wise, I think we had 88 Glam released an album. I think we had a little something from Joy Badass come out. Lil TJ, he released a single.
He did. Pierre Bourne released a single.
There's one more artist I saw. Oh, Ray Vaughn with Isaiah Rashad released a single called Doghouse. I did a Ray Vaughn reaction video a while back on the
I
Gap
have
on
to
the
dive
channel.
into that.
He is to date TDE's Top Dog Entertainment. He is their most recent signing. I did a video over his lemon
You
pepper
did, yeah, I
freestyle,
remember that.
and I'm not gonna lie, bro. He genuinely like slapped me sideways with how fire his bars were. And then sure enough, at least the 3-song EP that was pretty good when he got announced on that roster. And I think I've seen pretty good things from him up to date. He released a song called Mannequin that was pretty good. So I want to dive into this Doghouse at some point throughout my week and listen to it. But aside from all the music, man, obviously, every good, good week we get a lot of good music. So we have to kind of check in with that.
Absolutely.
Talk to me, man. How was your week in general? How was everything cooking for you? It's Friday now. We're actually gonna enjoy a pretty good weekend, man. We got a special guest from out of town this weekend with us.
Yeah, our boy Jessic just touched down from Arizona. Shout out Jessic or Jaden. Formerly, that's what we call him. But yeah, a homie pulled up on us in Austin. We had him on a podcast around a year and a half ago at the De La Rue Studios out there in Phoenix, Arizona. And yeah, it's just kind of cool to see like the connection, the growth. This is like he just met Steve, and Steve can already gravitate to him. He already know the vibe. Like people that are normally friends with each other, like we're all friends with each other. Someone else gets introduced or whatever, it's easy because we're all in that same mindset, same boat. Damn, can I talk? Same boat, things like that. Kat is unfortunately in Fort Worth. She had some
man, our
some
producer,
family and friend events to attend to.
Our producer, man, I'm kind of like I was telling Cam before, man. I'm kind of hurt. I feel like she's, we love her and we miss her. I feel like she's getting her best life off, man. We've just been sitting here. This our second episode we shot
at the house,
and like, we're missing her, man. So, if you haven't already, she just released a couple videos and introductions to her cooking show. She has Cooking Up Cat's Kitchens Crafts. I'm talking about, man, the food is phenomenal. We got the opportunity to try a tri-tip steak she cooked, a homemade arugula salad that had apple slices and mango slices, was that in it?
Yes.
With the homemade dressing. Yeah. I'm talking about, man, she went and did her thing. So if you haven't already, we're going to tag it in the description of this episode. If you're watching YouTube, I'll go ahead and put a little logo right here. She is amazing. We love her and appreciate her for everything she does. So we hope you do the same. Cat's Kitchens Crafts, man. Cam, what did you think of that of that steak, bro? Because I'm not gonna lie, I almost folded under that pressure.
Man, it was super good. Shout out to Kat. She went crazy. She always goes crazy when she cooks. She's easily one of the best cooks I've ever met or known. She can do anything, and very, very proud of her for starting her endeavors. It's also her birthday this weekend, so she turned 28 on Monday.
So happy birthday as well to our lovely and amazing producer, Miss Kat. We appreciate you for all you do. Shenanigans aside, we've caught up, man. My week was, again, it's grateful, man. I'm grateful to be here. I had a couple moments this week where I kind of had to reflect and get stopped up in my tracks to be happy to enjoy the moment. I think a lot of the time what we underappreciate is the little things, bro. The fact that, we have 2 legs we can walk on, right? We have sensation in all of our extremities, bro. We can see, we can hear, we can talk and form relationships and friendships. We have clothes on our back, we have roofs over our head, running water, electricity. We have the opportunity to afford to buy, food. Shout out Chick-fil-A, but you guys aren't getting that much love from us until you sponsor. You know what I'm saying? So I had to spend my money for that one. We get the opportunity to do these things. To even shoot this podcast is nothing less of a blessing. So I was reminded a lot this week to be humble. We pop our stuff, for lack of better terms. We take a lot of confidence in what we do. We take a lot of, we take a lot of pride in a sense. But, pride can also be the devil. Shout out my boy Jermaine.
Oh, yeah.
We can overstep if we're not grateful and present in the moment we're in.
Exactly.
So I felt a lot of that on myself this week, bro. I felt, genuinely speaking, that it was a reminder to enjoy the moments and the hard work and everything, in the moments where, like I said, for me, when I'm at work and, I might be a little uncomfortable, or I might be a little, conflicted with some adversity or situation arising. I know that at the end of the day, to have that problem is a good problem, honestly. So it's all about being grateful, man. It's all about being in that moment. It's all about enjoying your time. So I say all that to say, man, I'm going to say we got a heavy one today, but I feel like we got a real one today. Because we're not necessarily covering a word more than we're covering a topic itself. And, we're young. You know what I'm saying? we done enjoyed a little bit of life up to this point.
We've been out a couple times, you know what I
A
mean?
very
Catch
fractional.
a couple vibes, a couple times.
We've lived a very fractional. I say fractional because again, compared to maybe our what do they call them? Our peers, compared to our peers and maybe the people we idolize. People have had opportunities to experience life around the world and and opportunities in nightlife and everything and such. But this is an episode about catching vibes, dog. Catching vibes and knowing how to enjoy it properly.
Couple, hey, how are yous, you know?
Couple, hey, how are you? Couple, you ready? You know what I'm saying?
You ready?
Couple, couple of them yamins, couple of them oys, couple of them.
Couple of those. Sheesh.
It's a couple of thems.
Jinkies.
A couple of them yeehees.
Numbers. Good job, Steve.
Cam, we live in a city that has a good sense of nightlife.
For sure.
I wouldn't say we're known for it necessarily.
I feel like lately,
for the right or wrong reasons.
I don't know. I just feel like lately, like everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Austin's so bro." Even when I was in college, "Oh, you're from Austin, bro." I heard that place, like,
I heard about Dirty from my parents when I was a kid.
Same.
So it's kind of a sick bar to get off that. As I got older and as I got into college and when I turned 21, I had the same experience. Mm-hmm. Not in a bad way, not in a good way, just in a way.
Mm-hmm. Them early dirty days hit different when it was, safer and when we were younger. And like you'd be, especially like rooftop. I immediately think of rooftop.
Are you gonna get off that safer bar without realizing that people have got at West and Domain within the last 2 years?
People got. There was apparently a serial killer on the loose on Rainey a couple years ago.
That is sick.
So people are out here anyways. But man, yeah, I would say Austin nightlife is for sure. Like when I think of nightlife. Think about all the bachelorette parties you see every time we go out now here.
It's like, what's crazy is that, so when I went to Nashville in April, one of the craziest things was being on Broadway. You see the similarities between somewhere like Broadway and Nashville and Dirty, and they're more or less the exact same place. One's playing country and one's playing hip hop R&B, and then like occasional reggaeton and a little bit of country sprinkled in here and there. But it's crazy, bro, because they're the exact same place, but different. Reason being, we say, we're talking about different nightlife scenes here in Austin, Texas. It is good to enjoy yourself. It is good to take the time to celebrate special events. Have a drink with your boys or your girls. To our lovely ladies, is good opportunity to go out and enjoy your time and enjoy yourself. But you got to be careful. It's a two-way street, I say, and that's the funny thing about going out. If you don't mind, I'm gonna start off with the story, kind of correlated, man. So the year is probably 2017, 2018, 2017. See, I turned 18 and 15, I want to say. I turned 18 and 15.
When's your birthday, April?
March 14th, 97.
Yeah, you're 15.
So in 2015, I turned 18. So in 2018, I turned 21, right? At the time, I had a flame in town. On my 21st birthday. I was in college, came back home.
For Aoru.
What do you...
Do you guys a fling... Yeah, we'll just talk about that later, but always got flings,
Who? Yeah, all right, Cam. I don't know about y'all, but in the Lord's name, I rebuke. You see this necklace?
Hey, I didn't say anything. I just looked at my watch.
No, and I don't know what type of time you're on. Cam, back in 2018, I was celebrating my 21st birthday. I was downtown on 6th Street, a very popular nightlife district, and it was my first time out there celebrating with a couple of my friends. It's your birthday. Everybody wants to buy you drinks. Oh, you're 21. Wow. You do the stereotypical slap the ID on top of your forehead and you're living life. It was amazing at first.
It was a vibe for sure. It was different.
People are buying you drinks, alcohol's legal, everybody's sauced and on the same page. You're in an environment, at that time, it didn't feel dangerous.
It wasn't. It was a lot. It was fun. It was fun. And
I was with people that loved me.
And everyone was down there.
You know, I wasn't driving. I was being responsible. I was enjoying myself given the circumstances in the situation. I don't think there's anything wrong with going out and, again, having drinks. There's nothing at all wrong with that. If you're being responsible, if you're doing the right thing.
Essentially, if you're getting your shit done, like, you do.
There's nothing wrong with taking a time to take a break and to be thankful. At that time, I was being very thankful. So, having a good night. One of my old friends is in town. A situation happens, and then essentially, I take a small situation, and in my drunken mind, I make it a big situation. Because I was being responsible with alcohol. It's your 21st birthday. You're expected to maybe get a little regis, a little righteous. We all have our moments, of course, and that one small moment that became a big moment took me to being sat down in a back alley with my boy D, waiting to get rescued by my ride. Just cause I indulged myself a little too much. I got a little too shiesty. I got a little too.
So you're telling me you got in a scrap?
No, Evans, no. Come on.
I was
now.
like dark alley. You had to wait on a ride.
No,
I was like, okay.
I was a little too intoxicated, for lack of better terms. No, it
happens.
It happens, but not in the way you think it happens. This was, again, 21-year-old, never been in a bar before. It's my 21st birthday.
Oh, so you thought you were just He-Man?
Absolutely.
Fresh whatever.
Fresh cut on me, like it is now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all see? Fresh cut?
I was wearing the Tommy Hilfiger polo. I had the nice navy blues on with the right shoe. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was Don Rulio. I was Rue Shiesty. I was,
Your Ritos.
I was in a nasty bag. And I paid my dues for it. I paid my dues that day and the day after for it.
Understandable.
So I felt like this was, a good place to really kind of divulge and talk about how, you talking about nightlife, you talking about enjoying yourself, fam. It's also kind of a side where you have to be careful. You should take the time to enjoy the moment and for what it is, because it's really a beautiful thing. Being in a moment, for example, we have a friend from out of town. He's never really been here. He's never got to enjoy that aspect. We got even our boy making an appearance for the first time in what feels like centuries.
No, for sure. I haven't been out with Carlos since.
I've never been out with Carlos. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of cool.
Probably since my birthday.
So, I think this is the first time I've done it, because your birthday was in February?
Yeah, you just started going out when you moved back, so.
That was in November of last year. It's already been a year. That's what I'm saying, bro. Your birthday was in February.
I'm not even talking about then. I'm talking about when I turned like 23.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Because 24, like, COVID really.
And you're 25.
Yeah.
You're about to be 26 in, 6 months?
Yeah.
So, that's what I'm saying, bro. You have to understand, for a situation like that, for Carlos to come, that's new territory to me. The time to do things like that and to be in that position, it's becoming more and more of a rarity, more and more something that is occasional, something that is, oh, okay, cool, yeah, we could do that. But it's not something we naturally plan for or naturally account. You know what I mean? It's not like, hey, you guys want to do this?
Yeah,
let's do it. All right, let's go. I don't know, man. When you talk about it, when you think about it, what is something that, I guess, being out in the midst of entertainment, nightlife, all that fun stuff, what's been your, let's start basic. What's been your experience with it?
My experience has been, great. I mean, a lot of the times, I didn't really go out when I first went to college. And then, it varies, obviously, right? When you're in college, it's more house parties, things like that, because you're not 21. And you have a fake, you go out, but it's still not the same. So I didn't really start going out, really, in general, until, like, my junior year of college, after my ex broke up. So, I was finally missing, like, what was I missing out on with the boys, or what was I not doing, things like that. I was, getting my mind off things, handling it how I wanted to. Ended up moving back to Austin. And it was Austin at the time. When I'd come back, during the holidays when I was 21, 22, my junior senior year of college, went to the Domain and Dirty. Dirty was like the popping spot, probably my junior year more so when we first turned 21, and then when we turned 22, it was the Domain. Like the Domain was jumping. It was a lot different than it is now. Like that was like the premier nightlife. It was super cool for us. We'd see nice cars everywhere, high fashion, high attire. Like it felt like you were in an uptown, upscale area. So then I did those things. Those are my vibes. Come back, graduate from college, move in back home. My family, my boy Cayman's was here. He's actually moving back, so we'll be out with him every now and then. But he was like, "Oh, bro, you don't ever go to West?" I was like, "West? What's West?" He was like, "Oh, bro, like trust me, like we're going to West." I went to West, hooked. Had a lot of connections there too. Eventually, that became my favorite spot to go out at. And then last summer, when I was going out all the time, that was when I kind of transitioned into the day drinking vibe. And that's when I was on Rainey. I'd hit Rainey sometimes at night. It's really not my vibe at night. But during the day, Rainey is a banger. And that's where I was at all last summer. But to finalize everything, my experience in nightlife has been great.
Sorry, I was just taking notes, bro. You were giving me a lot of information.
A lot of game.
Yeah. So you said Rainy during the day, 6th at night, except not Saturdays. West whenever Domain. That was a lot. Can we run that back from the top?
Yeah. So if you're in Austin, for me right now, rotation rise would be Domain for me during the week because it's like a neighborhood bar for me. It's across the street. It's there's like 5 or 6 bars there, so you could bar hop pretty nicely, and it's not too crowded. Friday, I would say Friday you hit Dirty. If you wanted to go Dirty, Friday would probably be the night. I feel like Friday is the least chaotic down there.
My boy Kevin's giving y'all the schedule for nightlife here in Austin,
Saturday,
Texas.
gotta hit West. I mean, West is where you want to be.
Oh my god.
Sunday Fun Day or any day drinking vibe, but especially Sunday Fun Day. You go to Bangers, get you a $20 mimosa, your sauced off rib.
Don't go to Bangers.
Rest will work for me tomorrow.
Don't get a mimosa.
And then we're gonna be on Rainy, vibing, day drinking, having fun. But man, the nightlife in Austin is fun, second to none. And for me, the experience has been, great. I've had a lot of, experiences meeting some cool people, being with some cool people. Been in a few sections, and I feel like if you have the money, the section is for sure the way to do it, just because you're not rubbing elbows with everybody or touching chests and shoulders with everybody.
Have you been out anywhere aside from Austin, and what has your experience been with that?
Yeah, so I've been out a couple places outside of Austin. I've been to Houston, I've been to Dallas, and I've been out in Phoenix, and I've been out in San Diego. And for me, they're all very different. I feel like being from a big city like Austin, and also how Austin's nightlife is very transcendent. There's a lot of places you can go, and no matter what, if you can go out of these 4 places, you know exactly what you're gonna get, and you know the kind of vibe you're gonna get.
I do agree with that.
And you know what to expect. So,
but we're also locals, which is different.
That's true.
We know. Again, I feel like if we spend a lot of time in one place, we'd
hit the spots
exactly.
But I mean, out in San Diego was they had like Mission Beach, Ocean Beach, Pacific Beach, and then they had like the Main Street Gaslamp, and we hit Gaslamp. It was okay. It was a little interesting. You had to pay covers, which we're not used to in Austin. Mission Beach, Ocean Beach, those are like Mission Beach and Pacific Beach. Those are like little bars, like little small bar type near the ocean vibe. Most of them are closed pretty early. But Pacific Beach, we went there during the day, Sunday Fun Day. That was where we should have been. That was kind of the spot. I liked it there.
Absolutely.
Dallas, I don't have too much experience with Dallas, but the area we were at in Dallas, it was kind of whack. We couldn't really get anywhere without paying a cover. Lines are long. I don't know how I really felt about Dallas. And we also went to the Star. We went to Frisco, and people say don't go there. They say that's probably like how the Domain is for us, like the Star.
The Star really just has that one place that they were trying to get Braxton
concrete
into.
there, I think.
Yeah, concrete, essentially. That was the place they were trying to get Homeboy into, Braxton. Mm-hmm. And that had that whole situation. I've been in there a couple times. It's a good vibe. Mm. It's more or less the same thing. Fort Worth, it was the area. But I would like to offer a different perspective.
Houston is lit, though. Fuck with Houston.
Yeah, you're in Houston. I mean,
what's his lit? I mean, you got Drift, you got McIntyre's, you got that's the Heights, and you go to Jefferson or Washington, you got Clay, Hart, Bottle Blonde.
He's not even from Houston. He's just saying names.
And I know these clubs because I'm a Houston OG.
He went on to Google.
Shout out River Rats.
He went on to Google.
You know.
He went on to Google and looked up all these places.
Man, stop. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. But yeah, that's my experience. I would say Austin. I mean, the thing Austin can compete with a lot of cities for the best bar scene. Like if you want to talk about just strictly bar scene, not club scene, not like no Vegas, LA,
Oh,
New
yeah,
York, Miami.
you're not gonna catch me really out there in none of them. I mean,
But that, like, that's
I would like to experience that, but I say experience as in a one night setting, not even now getting to the point we've gone to with
yeah.
where everything we do, bro. It's kind of tiresome. Like you have to commit yourself
It's
because
a whole process.
it is. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's you
You
have to
gotta
pregame. You now that you have to drive down there,
driver,
you're finding
Uber,
parking.
find
Now
parking.
you're standing in line to get into bars. It's a Friday night tonight for what we're doing, so it's not going to be something as potent as maybe I don't know. After watching Austin FC beat LA that bad, and maybe
That's gonna be the domain.
it may be a doozy.
That's gonna be the domain, though.
But point being is that it's also kind of, it's it's hit or miss. I'll say that. My experience has been, as I've gone older, hit or miss. Because here's what I realized, right? I'm maybe getting too deep with this and reading too much into it. But I feel like a lot of the time, for somebody that goes out consistently and is looking, is always on a night scene, if you're not a bartender, if you're not working there, maybe that's just your hobby. And, your life is your life, and that's what you do. I'm not making any sort of judgments or connotations. But it's tough, bro, because you could mess around and find your identity in that. You know what I'm saying? Like you live to be a weekend warrior.
We've all been there too.
Which is again why
Which is fine.
I don't judge it. Is because at one point in time I was putting myself in the realm of,
I can't wait for this weekend.
I can't wait for this weekend so I can go out.
Yep.
So I can enjoy myself with my friends. So I can be out and kind of, get lost in what, the bar or, what the bar has to offer.
Oh yeah.
And as I've gotten older, what stuck with me more and more is that, although it's nice to definitely hear good music and, be with your people and enjoy a scene that's, it's good because, you mess around and see some people, you haven't seen in a while or maybe some people you never met before. It's definitely a good opportunity for networking. I'll tell you that. I've met a couple people in nightlife that I've been able to make friendships and even further pass with, like good establishing relationships, which is pretty dope. But I think the thing is that as I've gone older, bro, it's a nice little break from reality. You don't even have to go out there and drink. If you know me, obviously, you see me when I'm there, I'm mainly like dancing and singing. I'm not really more so drinking than I am like enjoying the music.
Yeah.
And that's what that's what it's been for me. It's like it's nice to hear a DJ go to different clubs and see what the music has to offer. Cause there'll be some places I'm kind of just like, talking to people, catching up, maybe making new friends, maybe talking to associates I haven't seen in a while, whatever it may be. And then there's other situations to where you've seen me. If there's a fire playlist going, you probably won't hear a word from me for about a solid 30 minutes because I'm jamming out. Like legit. So it's funny because, we named this episode Enjoy Your Time and we talk about, the context of being in that moment and enjoying that situation. But for me, don't get me wrong, I've had times I've loved going out and I've kind of had times I sit there at the end of the night and wonder why did I even bother.
Yeah, there's definitely times where it's like, damn, that was a waste of time. Or there's often times where, damn, I had fun. Like, I would say the last time I went to West, like with you recently, like the last time, like Val's birthday. Like that was probably like the best time I had in a minute out there. Cause it was like, we didn't really do nothing crazy, but like the people we saw, like seeing AJ, seeing like
it was the context of that situation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That was fun, and we also had like I'm telling you, it hits different when you haven't been out in a while. You're like, damn, it's been a minute. So you I was like excited, like tonight, I'm like excited to go out.
When you make it for what it is,
you know
bro,
what I
that's
mean?
what I'm saying. I feel like we take advantage of the things we naturally have. So with that weekend warrior mentality, you keep on going out day after day after day, or weekend after weekend, and then it turns to day after day. And now it's kind of like that. Again, if you're a bartender, if you're working in the club or nightlife, by all means, like I'm not, by no means am I judging that context. But I'm saying as a consumer, what are you putting your time towards that as a vice compared to what you could be giving your time towards in terms of, real life applications and purposes?
Yeah.
For me, it's funny, I brought it up earlier today to you aside from the podcast, I was in a place where I was kind of relegating like a lot of my experiences going out to what I was dealing with in real life. Just because I'm saying like the best time, ignorance is bliss. And sometimes you got to be completely ignorant of what's going on in your reality to enjoy what you have going on in general. So what sucked was, again, you having a good time. You may be enjoying yourself those 2, 3, 4 hours you're out. And then that ends. And then when that ends, it's like a sober reality of, oh, I came back outside, bro. This is real life. I'm kind of like, some people, they take it to an extent of that is their escape, and that's the reality. that's why it makes it so important to enjoy that moment and to make it what it is, to make it a reward for people like us. You know, I feel like we work hard and we put ourselves in a position to where if we're going to enjoy something like this, we got to take care of our business. We just have to. There's no excuse. This is our livelihood. This is how we eat. This is how we do what we do. But if you put something ancillary above that, you know, you make what's that saying they have? Too much of something is good for nothing, or something along those lines. You put yourself in a position to where you're just over time indulging yourself in it and not realizing how you're consuming it. That's not good. Because essentially that's what you start finding your identity in. That's why I be trying to, you know what I'm saying? That's what made me say, you know, today is like, it's just about enjoying your time. It's not really a particular word we're covering, but more an aspect of if you have a moment and you take it to indulge in something, you know, today's topic being going out, getting caught up in shicey situations or being in something to where you have to move differently. Are you going to take the time to sit there and realize, hey, if this is a moment with my friends, let me be in this moment. It's not about drinking. It's not about, you know, doing the most or whatever it may be. It's about enjoying this moment in this pocket of time I have with the people I love. And just making that what it is. It's not a matter of making it more than that or making it less than, but being responsible within that. You know, it's a life past that. But at the same time, there should be no reason why you can't go out and have a responsible, good evening with your people.
Exactly.
It's not more or less a do it and don't do it. It's if you do it, and if that's something you consume yourself in, then be responsible. Because you know me, I love having a good time, right? Truly. Again, we step out tonight. You know what I'm saying? Got my little Don Rulio on. You know what I'm saying? I might bust a couple moves or something, but you know, I know exactly at the end of the day what this is for.
Yeah.
Celebrating, having good friends in town, and being able to spend time with each other. Carlos hasn't been out in a while. We're enjoying the small victories. Yeah. We've been on a roll with Keep It a Buck. You guys are now kicking off another show on OPM with college football and football season in general underway. PCT is rolling out different shows and clips. We're taking another step forward. So why not take the time to, hey guys, we've earned this. Let's just take a small break and understand that.
Little shots for the team type shit.
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. When, you know, again, you have to earn it. You have to deserve it. I think truly that's what makes going out a lot better is when you've
when you're like, damn, I put in a lot of work. Let me unwind, you know? And like, or a special occasion. It's like, if you don't go out, unless it's like a birthday and you have big friend groups, birthdays do be... Like,
you know what I mean? Bro, like I felt like every month since February.
Damn near.
Since February was you, March was me and CJ, April was...
I think Zach.
Was April Zach?
I think April's Zach.
No, July is Zach. July 21st, Zach and Dorian.
I don't know who was April. I don't think anyone. May. I don't think anyone. June.
Jasmine's is when?
Jasmine's is October 30th, and Carlos is October 31st, and then Alex's is also in October. I don't know when, and then Drake's is soon, like I think next weekend. So that's why we're going floating for Drake's birthday.
He's a September baby?
Yes.
Dang.
Yes. And then Kat, Jen, and
August.
We're all
in August. All in August. That's everybody in our group, right?
Yeah.
I feel bad if we get on this podcast and say all of our friends' birthdays and we forget somebody, because then they're going to come back and clock me. When's Dre and Jay's birthdays? Do you know? Don't kill us. I love y'all.
I don't know. I was trying to look. Get an idea. But
I do think, again, it's a good moment for taking a second to be celebratory. You know? You don't... The objective when you go out should not be to brawl. It shouldn't be to cause a commotion. It shouldn't be to cause a scene. I get you could, you know, you're drunk. Maybe a lot of things can be raw, or a lot of things can be in blurred lines. But bro, everybody's there to have a good time. Nobody owns the bar. Nobody pays that rent. Nobody buys the bottles behind the bar. Nobody, you know, is paying the employees. When you go out, you're going out to have a good time. You do not own anything. You don't pay anybody except for the bartenders to make you drink. You and everybody else are there to enjoy yourself, regardless if you're going out in Texas, if you're going out in New York, the Dominican Republic, the UK, Ireland. Shout out Northwestern. They're going to beat them boys tomorrow. Yeah, I called it. I'm saying Northwestern.
Low key, but I need Nebraska to win.
You know what I'm saying? So we're moving past that. Wherever you're from, if you're just a consumer, you don't own anything. Sure, you're the customer, and that is a business, but at the end of the day, everybody else there is there just to have a good time like you. Be responsible, be respectful. Take that moment for what it is. Enjoy your time. Be in the moment, but be responsible, man. For me, I've made many mistakes with going out that make me appreciate what it is now and that make me understand it's also not my life. I don't think there's nothing wrong with making it, if you like having a good nightlife and enjoying the scene and
It's a lot more to life than just going out.
absolutely.
Simple as that. I mean, two people make too much of just the nightlife, and that's like their personality in a sense.
You ever seen the day life? You ever been to a bar during the day? It's just as good, I guarantee you. I've done it before. Rainy during the day, to me, was better than rainy during the evening.
And it is, by far.
And that's what made me like, I never want to come back here again during the nighttime. And then as I got older, I'm like, wow, I don't do Sunday Fun Day because I love the Lord and I love church. So I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? But I would rather go to, somewhere like Bangers on a Saturday morning or afternoon and enjoy it.
I don't think I've been to Rainy during a Saturday, like on a day.
But again, something like that to me is better than going in the evening.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
It's a lot more chill. It's relaxed. You're still going out technically, but again, I think the consensus would be at the end of the day when you think about it, Cam. Maybe as we get older, our viewpoint will change. Maybe we'll learn more. Maybe we'll be able to be in a position to where we've taken a lot in, and again, we've experienced. I think, in our personal opinion, we've experienced a lot more of Austin than we need to at this point. We know there's nothing different. We've been to the popular spots. We've been to the bars. We've done everything here that there is to do. So at this point, there's nothing that we're learning. There's nothing that's new. There's nothing that's being presented to us in a manner we didn't know before. It's just now about, cool, if we're going to do it, and, let's at least make the most of it. Let's enjoy it for what it is at that time and that piece. We know we're not going to see anything different than we haven't. Same thing with anything else. We shoot these podcasts, and in essence, it's a new opportunity every time to enjoy it. We're not going to take advantage of it, but this is something in a different light that produces an opportunity for us. You know what I mean? Same thing, if you're going to enjoy your time in different pockets, make sure you understand responsibly, respectfully, and, for yourself, how to enjoy it in the right manner. So at the end of the day, all we want you to do is be responsible. We thought this would be a good opportunity to take the time to really dive into something that not necessarily was a big word or...
Yeah, just a little change of pace, something different. So we're not always having to do the same stuff. And we also kind of want to provide even more feedback, more like relatable stuff, and, just change it up. It doesn't always have to be a word. We would definitely want it to be spiritual and helpful in a way.
We take this in many ways, man. It's keep it a buck, and we're keeping it a buck in every aspect. It's words, it's topics. You know what I'm saying? It's like a three-headed snake, right? Our third-headed of the snake isn't here, which is, again, sad. And it truly hurts, man. Cat, what are you doing? Come back. But I think aside from all that, let's end this on a quick little fun note. Cam, you're going to go out, you're going to get yourself a beverage at a bar. Give me 3 of the beverages you're drinking.
Oh, 3 of the beverages I'm drinking. I'm more of a beer guy, low-key at bars.
Oh, God.
So I'll put this in one category. If I get a beer, it's either Mickey or a Dose, as in Michelob Ultra. Because my dad said Mickey. My dad was like, Mickey? I was drinking that in high school. I was like, no, Michelob Ultra. He was like, oh. So it's like, just putting that in context. And then, I'm gonna do a beer, and then I'm gonna do a mixed drink. My mixed drink of choice. Ooh, it's changed a lot. It's been a Hennessy and Coke at one point. It's been a Jack and Coke at one point, which I might be on tonight. It's been a vodka soda.
If you were in the 2000s, you would have been one of them dudes sipping Hypnotic. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh,
what?
for sure. What's that thing called? A Hulk or whatever? Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Then there's also Game Face.
Oh, I don't know. But you lost me, bro.
Yeah. We still got to take your Game Face virginity at the square one time.
What is that?
It's a drink.
I don't want none of that.
It's amber. It's like orange. It's lethal. Anyways, obviously an AMF when we were in college.
Holy water, and holy water.
But for me, it is right now tequila soda, and my shot of choice right now is a Mexican candy. Shout out to Jasmine, because she put me on. Those go far. Jasmine and my boy Justin in Houston put me on.
Mexican candy?
The shot? You never had one? Are you serious?
I'm on it. Like, I'm being genuine.
Oh, we're afraid. I'm getting you one as soon as we get down there.
It's toxic.
Literally tastes like Mexican candy. It's good.
For me, I personally have to say I'm very simple, bro. Drinks of choice. I'll say it differs. If I have a choice at any spectrum, I'm gonna get a fine glass of wine first. I'm a very sweet red kind of guy. I like Riesling too. I'm a big Pinot guy as well, Pinot Noir, Pinot Grigio. Again, complementing food so well, bro. As I've got older, wine has really become, a good vice. Me and my mom we'll pass wine recommendations back and forth. Shout out that boy D too, man. He got some stuff out of Georgetown. It was crazy. But as I've gotten older, wine has kind of been that muse for me, bro. It's brought me away from the more shystier parts of what I like alcohol-wise. If in the context of me going out and having something that's readily available, suave, suave.
Bro, we don't get your...
Yeah, it's tequila for sure. I enjoy a good tequila. I don't like, tequila's tequila. You could definitely taste the difference in like anejo and reposado and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But something to sit on, tequila Sprite. But if the sugar's too much in a tequila and tonic, just because it's easy to kind of have a conversation over. Something that's nice, something that's easy, you know what I'm saying? Something that's a little shicey, but not too much like your boy. And then lastly, aside from those two beverages, I say a little bit of gin and juice, never hurt nobody.
Yeah.
I think that's simple and easy enough. Shot wise, again, you give it to me straight, serve it on the rocks. We'll do some tequila, maybe a little bit of a lemon drop action or even a pickle. But aside from all that, again, relatively simple guy, man. Easier things. I don't have to do the whole sugary nonsense no more, man. I got past that point. You don't need no Jack and Cokes. I mean, they're cool. They're good flavors. They're solid to me. But you know what I'm saying? I could sip on a little bit of tequila and tonic, maybe a little bit of a, a little bit of some gin and juice, something easy, some, pineapple and tequila. Just easy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. As you get older, that sugar starts giving you them crazier hangovers, and it just becomes less and less of an enjoyable process, bro. You start waking up feeling pains in places you never thought pain could exist. So respectfully tell all my young guns, hey, by all means, live your best life. But boy, you better have that Pedialyte right after, because I'm gonna tell you what, it's gonna save your life, brother.
Yeah, but
Speaking of how many drinks, Cam.
hey, sometimes you're catching a vibe. You might have seen something. I don't know. You get in that car. Your shawty might be calling you. You might be going over to your shawty's house. She might be coming over to you. You might be going to get her.
The
or
PlayStation
you might be
5.
in the car with her, and you just want to,
You might be in your car thinking about your PlayStation 5 and multiverses.
You might want to suave her. You know what I'm saying?
3 a.m. playing PlayStation multiverses. Shout out.
You're a fool. But we're going to be on that How Many Drinks by Miguel featuring Kendrick Lamar. We're going to dive into that. And
I'll be asking Call of Duty how many drinks.
Hey, there's been a couple times when I put this on my close friends at like 2:45 in the morning. I was like, yeah, people knew what I was on.
Yeah, my PlayStation knew what I was on when I put that on my stories. All that being said, we appreciate you guys for tapping in for something a little bit different today. Again, we just wanted to take the opportunity to talk about not really a word, but maybe an aspect of life, a topic, something. Obviously, we talk about it. I don't want to say we've done it like it's like we went to war or something. Obviously, it's just stupid. It's just going out and enjoying yourself. But again, you got to be responsible. You got to be in a place and in a mindset where you can enjoy your time, the people you have around you, the experiences, and being realistic, man. It's a pocket of time that you want to enjoy. It's a space to where you want to be in a good position. Nobody's out there to cause any issues or hurt each other, man. We're all just one of many on this earth. So love each other, love yourselves, man, especially if you're going out. Instead of maybe getting in an argument with the person next to you at the bar because y'all are close, why not offer to do something different and buy them a drink? You don't know what they're going through or what they're at the bar for that night themselves, Maybe they want to break just like you. We're all human. So with all that being said, make sure you guys leave a like. Comment on maybe some of your shicey experiences you've had, maybe something you don't enjoy about the nightlife. For me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like some of them bars be turning off their air conditionings at night. I don't get why you would do that. Either that or it's just the amount of body heat from you people that don't
That's
know
why
what
I don't go out in
deodorant
the
is.
summer really anymore, because it's just too
It's
hot,
August,
bro.
shut up. So, aside from all that, again,
This is a different occasion.
look, let us know maybe what you don't like about the nightlife or some shicey experiences you had. All we know really pertains to Texas. We've had a couple different experiences out of state. But, let us know wherever you're from, wherever you're tapping in, what you guys maybe have been through or what you guys have liked and not liked about nightlife. again, for me, again, air conditioning and prices. I don't get why one bar offers a drink for 8, another offers a drink for 15. Some of us ain't all in the same tax brackets, baby. Give us some time and let us come up, and we got you. But all that being said, Cam,
Hey, that was a good episode. You know, nightlife. Enjoy your time. Make sure you're safe, responsible. Make sure you're catching a vibe. You're single. Shoot that shot. You know what I'm saying?
and if you're not single, then be respectful of your loved one if
Exactly.
you go out.
You know what I mean?
Or maybe go out with your loved one and y'all catch a vibe together.
Yeah,
We can
either
all
or.
be in a safe space here.
Other are. So,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's your boy Cam. It's your boy Rue.
Come on, man. You already know what it is. Opinionated Media Family, keeping it a buck. Much love and respect. We'll catch you guys in next week's episode. You dig?
Peace.